Alright, first thing you do is put air in the tires. These bikes, 18 to 22 pounds. With that one having it?
20, it had nothing in it, now it's 20.
Okay. Might roll better now.
Might, yeah.
You ready to get out of the sun?
I'm ready.
Okay, we're out of the sun now. I need a 2x4 short one. Look behind the press over there.
Oh, yeah.
A little short stubby one in there somewhere. Can't be very long. See, you have to put a 2x4 right here because the exhaust is there and the primary is here. Might fit. Not quite. A little bit too long there, Bill. A short one. More interruptions. You grab that phone, Bill?
Oh, over here.
There we go. Hello. Working on a bike. I'm working on a different bike right now. I'll probably be here all night on this one. Give me a call around, you know, I don't think I'll be done by 7. It'll be probably tomorrow. It's not going to happen today, I don't think. Alright, we'll try then. Okay, bye.
I don't have lights on my trailer, so I got to be home before dark. I'll leave by 6:15 or so.
I don't think we'll have it started by then, but we'll try.
Well, come back another day, I don't care.
Alright, so here's the drag. That was a chain guard for sure, I heard dragging. See how these are a little stiff? Hear that noise again?
Yeah.
So pull the chain guard out just slightly with your finger right here. Okay, so that's the noise. Okay, that's the only place it's hitting. Okay, so we're going to have to work on the chain guard a little bit. So take that spring out in there. So you can go ahead and do that.
Okay.
We'll knock this with a plastic hammer and just lightly bend it in about 10 degrees. And then we might have to put a washer in there. So, and then we'll try to get that to be mounted where it's not against the chain. Do that here. And that should take care of the dragging issue. Tools are behind you. Up there. Okay, then I gotta see about the rear brake dragging. Because it's definitely dragging a lot. It's real tight. Where's your nut? See, it's free to rotate without a nut.
Yeah, but only if it's off.
Yeah, but eventually the threads will work themselves back and forth because every time you're on the brake it goes back and forth
Oh,
with the
okay.
thread. And eventually it will.
Yeah, I just didn't
Strip
put
them.
one on.
So that needs to be on there. So see how the shoe engages right here? You see how your pin's about another 1/8 inch more?
Yeah.
So you actually have to put the brake on to hook up your brake right now.
Okay.
So that's why it's dragging so heavily there. The other thing is you need to, this has the same pivot up under here
Oh, okay.
to adjust as the other one. And this one's completely blocked by the exhaust bolt. You're supposed to have this bolt coming facing outward.
Yeah, but I couldn't get it in.
You have to take the brake off. Bolt has to go in first. And then this clamp is way too small. That's not right either. That's going to fall off because you have no locking nut on that. You need to, the exhaust bolt needs to be tightened up hard. You can't be just left loose. See right here?
Yeah.
So if you're going to have it wide like this,
Put a spacer in it.
put washers in there and then tighten it up really good. And you should have at least have a lock washer on that, not just a raw nut. You got this nice and float out to let it breathe. It might not clear either. You might have to drop the wheel to do all the stuff that we need to do, but I just want to get the brakes so it wasn't dragging so much. All these little fine-tuning adjustments are very important. Let's get this stuff out of the way. That goes over there. Big stuff out of the way. Okay, what are you looking for?
Half inch.
Access in here. Your bolt's killing me, Bob. Or Bill. Wrong B. Alright, so we gotta pull this off to get to what we need to.
Okay.
Pull that off to get everything off?
If I have to slide the guard back.
No, you can't. Oh, that's the chain.
Yeah.
Brakes in the water. Yeah. Now, I think you just got to make sure the backing plate is well onto that stud over here. Make sure it won't ever pop off, because if it pops off, the brake will spin in circles. So it doesn't hurt to actually bend that thing over further. So on the 45, it just has this bolt under here, and the backing plate has a slot in it. So you want to make sure there's good engagement. Let me get where you can see it sticking through. So it doesn't hurt just to bend that thing over right up against the frame here almost. Looks like you got a pretty good engagement on it, but it doesn't hurt to have a little extra. That popped off on that military bike I was riding cross country.
Trouble.
Yeah, no problem with the rear brake, yeah. Oops. Make these really hard to get to.
There they go. Everything.
And the exhaust system's in the way over here. Can you tighten it, loosen it. Really just going to round the nut off. It's got a lot of clearance on the nut. It's like the nut's undersized. I think it's going to round it off. Oh, there it goes. No, the nut was loose. All that bang, force I was doing was the inside the backing plate was in the way. I wasn't even tightening the nut. The nut's loose. Wonderful. Good design. Oh, look at it now. How loose was this? This thing was really loose. I don't think this thing was ever tightened. I only loosened it 2 flats and I've already tightened it like 5 or 6. Fingers in there. Can you give me that plastic hammer over there? Let me grab that. Official tool.
Wait a minute, I
Put the
just put this in.
Put the front one in.
So, it's a pain because I had to cut a slot in it. Goes down. Goes
Put a
underneath.
slot in it.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, cheating. Okay. See, now we have no drag in the chain at all.
Yeah.
Okay, see the gap we have here now? So we got the gap. We got to put some clearances in this thing.
Okay.
So that is probably 3 or 4 good washers. So you're using what, 5/16 washers in there?
The bigger, yeah, that bigger one, yeah.
You need some on the outside too.
I have a little one goes on the outside. 1/4 inch. Yeah, I have a 1/4 inch because it's a shoulder bolt.
So I bought some nice, thick, heavy-duty washers. See, these are heavy-duty washers. How thick those are.
Won't take too many.
I'm going to put one of those in there. I'm going to put another one in there just because we like them. I think I'm going to put the other washer in there also. We're in there.
Well,
Okay, we got to put a thick washer on there on the
yeah,
outside.
we have to have a bigger washer
Now you
and
put
then
your regular washer.
that washer.
And you got your nut. You should have a lock wash on that nut to keep it from unscrewing. And Loctite, because these vibrate a lot. See on this here, the shoulder now comes through, so see right here, so you got to put this washer in there, the thick one, to get over the stat. Then you can use a little 1/4 inch washer here. Get yourself a nice little lock washer. And your little thin nut. And you put Loctite on this stuff too. You start Loctiting all this crap. Okay, go ahead and tighten it up. Your front bolt's in, right? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, let's just put a little light torque on this to see what happens. Okay, a little more. Still loose. We gotta see what's going to happen as we tighten it. Okay, that's good. Now don't get too carried away on this stud because it'll break right off. Okay, look, we got a ton of clearance up in here now. Look at that, you can run a car through there now, look at that thing. Whoop, hit that. And we actually have more clearance between the frame and chain guard than we had before we started. Because the angles are all different now.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and tighten that down and see if the rattle goes away. You might have a little bit of rattle between the frame and here, or so. Stick a little piece of rubber in there. Okay, usually they don't do that once you tighten them down. Do you have a nut for this, or do we need to get you a nut?
I don't have, I probably have one at home. I don't have one here.
Okay, so you can put that on at home then?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and adjust this thing for you a little bit. So you put the light tension on it and you get the hole to line up straight. Should get us pretty close. There it goes. It looks like it might line up. Like I said, that's the same stuff. You got Loctite. All this stuff needs to be Loctited.
Okay.
you're going to find all of this stuff falls off.
Blue or?
Blue, yeah. Don't use red on anything, all blue. Okay, so you push this in until the lever touches the brake. Feel where it just touches it? Not hard, just touch it.
Okay.
Okay, then you adjust the rod until it just lines up. And the pin should go right through easily.
Okay.
See how that works?
Yeah.
Okay, now how's your lever up there?
Yeah, good.
That goes down pretty far. Now after these shoes wear in, you keep moving this adjuster up because these shoes have to wear to the surface they're onto. Once everything wears in, it'll be closer and not rub because it'll wear all the high spots away.
Mm-hmm.
So right now we're not much drag at all, so you can probably go in here and go, we'll try another turn tighter. Slight drag, but not too bad. Hit the brake again. I think it's fine. Let go. See, that's light drag, feel the tire. So that's a good starting point for you to wear it in at. And I already got the pivot adjusted, so it should be pretty even on that. Okay, so where's your cutter key that I took out? There it is. Now, was there a washer behind you originally, or is there room for one?
I don't think there's room.
Okay, well, if there is room, put one in there.
Put one in, yeah. Most of the other places I have a washer.
Yeah, you got room for a thin one, see?
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I got a thin one. I'm gonna get this bolt back in here so you can get that to start again. I'm sure that was easy. Nice shot of your back. So I found a nice AN washer, real thin one. Let's see if that's the right size. There you go. Gold matches the cat real nice. Now the cotter key, you got to bend these up so they don't fall off.
Yeah, I did most of the others. That one was hard to get to, so I didn't do it yet.
Yeah, just put a little bend like that, just enough to hold it.
No, it won't come out then.
Well, this is you're just adjusting it right now.
Yeah.
Now, once you do it a little more, you go about this wide on them, just about double that. So the cotter key would spread it about this much. So when it's riding the bike, you want to double that up a little bit, about double that distance. That's all you need. You don't need to do any more than that. Because these brakes, you're always on here adjusting these things all the time. Okay, you got that to start?
I haven't got the nut on it.
Okay. So next time you take the wheel off, put the bolt on correctly
From
and
the inside.
yeah.
I actually,
And even then it's just about impossible to get to the brake pivot, even with that in there.
yeah.
It's really a pain in the ass.
Yep.
At least now it'll roll a lot easier. All right, we're going to fish it in and we'll be back.